showtime.
Here's what people have to say about the 2025 event cruise.
Over the top.
Fantastic.
Fun.
One of a kind.
Exciting.
A must try.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Breakthrough.
Don't miss out on all the fun on the 2026 event cruise. You're not going to want to miss it. Join us.
Well, there it is, everybody. Welcome to the show. Happy Sunday night to everybody. We hope you are all well. If you're new around here, I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We are coming to you live right now from Tall Man Studios, somewhere here in Central Florida. And we have a big show for you tonight. Lots of news to talk about. We got our group cruise to talk about, our event cruise coming up at the end of the year, and all kinds of other fun news. We hope you're all well. Welcome each and every one of you. A couple of housekeeping notes before we get started. One, if you haven't already done so, do us a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button. It really does help out the channel. It tells YouTube that you like what you're watching, and it helps promote the video. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel. It is free to you, costs you absolutely nothing, and again, it really does help out the channel. If you have already subscribed, just a huge favor, make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube has a really nasty habit of just deleting your subscribedness.
Poof, gone.
I know, just gone. So thank you very much. Well, that being said, let's get right into the news, Lisa, because there's a ton of stuff to talk about.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. So the first thing, this is breaking news, actually, everybody. If you are supposed to be going to today or into the future, a week, I don't know, maybe longer, to Puerto Vallarta, you're not going to be going. There is rioting going on down there. Today, the military there down in Puerto Vallarta had a raid, and they killed the Jalisco New Generation cartel leader. And that has sparked off a lot of riots down there, burning vehicles, buildings. It's kind of a little bit of mayhem going on right now.
It's a scary situation right now.
Yeah. I got a chance to look at a little bit of video on it and stuff, and it is not good. Currently, the government is telling people that are there, do not leave your home. Stay there. If you're in a hotel, if you're there vacationing, do not leave your hotel room. Don't even go in. Stay in your hotel room as they get this under control. Even though the cartel leader was killed, captured and killed, if you will, the rest of the gang is, well, they're making lots of trouble. So I know one cruise ship has already been affected, and anybody else that is supposed to be going to Puerto Vallarta, you more than likely are not going to be going. Again, I don't know how long. It hasn't been said. This is breaking news, if you will. This just really came out just a couple hours ago. So,
Thoughts and prayers for everybody involved in this situation.
yes, speaking of thoughts and prayers, good to see you back, Danny. And we've been praying for you. And so glad to
Yes.
see you back. Okay. All right. So now that was said, the first news story we were going to talk about before that popped up was the Celebrity Infinity is yet again having some technical failures. We profiled technical failures in a previous live show that it just seems to be an industry plague these days.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of ships out there that are being really pushed to the limits, and because they're being pushed to the limits, something's got to give. A little bit of our last conversation about this, we talked about preventative maintenance, and maybe that is not being carried out enough. But anyway, this is the second time within a year that the Infinity has had technical issues, and ultimately, the cruise that it happened on was towards the end of their cruise. Let me move that camera up a little bit. We're a little low. Anyway, and it also affected the next cruise. And they had to cancel it because they needed more time to fix these issues.
Gotcha.
Whether it was flying in the right technicians, parts and pieces. Again, none of this stuff is ever said. It's only presented as technical issues. But when a ship stops sailing, it's because it can't move, which means engine
That would make sense to me.
or the azipod, right?
Yeah. Something that's, making the ship go is not doing it.
Yeah, ships these days, like back in the old days, it would be an engine that spins the prop. Of course, then the ship moves forward. That's not how it works these days. The engines power the generators. The generators send electric to the props, right, if you will, to the propellers, and that, of course, moves the ship. So if there's generator issues, that's one potential problem, or it could be a propeller problem. I'm not sure if the Infinity probably has azipods. It could be a problem with that, but either way, this is the second time in a year that they've had to cancel cruises because of technical issues. So I don't know. What do you guys think? And that's why we do this live. We want to see your interaction. So please feel free to comment if you're with us live, or we do answer all of our comments if you're watching the videos. If you're listening to us, this is going to be a podcast. Thank you for listening on the podcast. But yeah, leave a comment. We want to know what your thoughts are about the sort of the plague of all these technical issues.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of it.
Yeah, it really does. So speaking of technical issues, great segue. Carnival experienced some huge technical issues. In fact, they were so big, it actually, in a way, sort of crippled the entire fleet.
Right? Who knew?
Yeah, this happened about a week and a half ago, I think, time-wise. And essentially, there was some computer issues that started on land. I don't know if they were hacked. Again, they don't say any of this stuff. But because everything is so interconnected these days that it actually affected the ships. It affected the ship's internet, casino purchases, onboard purchases, the spa, the internet itself. I mean, drinks, anything that required computer power was down for like a couple of days.
That's just crazy. I mean, it's scary to think that things like that can happen, but it did.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I got the camera on you and you stop talking.
Sorry.
You can talk more than one sentence. Yeah, and so it persisted. It didn't solve. Now, the press release that was put out by Christine Duffy, president of Carnival Cruises, did mention that safety, if you will, as well as propulsion and all the systems that run the ship, they were not affected. However, many of the ships stopped or slowed down when this first happened. Now, to me, this is about, okay, well, wait a minute, what's going on? Maybe they got to kick in a backup internet source for those systems, because those systems also rely on satellite connection. Now, they're usually independent. And so, yes, I'm not saying there's any malfeasance here. I am 100% sure, to her point, that yes, the safety of the crew and the ship and the passengers was fine. But I did find it intriguing that the ships stopped.
Yeah, that is very interesting. I mean, that could have been just a reaction to like, hey, wait a minute, what's going on here? Who knows for sure. But
And actually, there were some embarkations and debarkations that were also affected by this outage. So it wasn't just one thing. Their app also stopped functioning. So they had to start like handwriting everything. Receipts.
going old school.
So I brought this up because, again, we want to hear your feedback. We want to hear your comments on this. Do you think cruising has gotten too technical? Are we relying too much on technology? Right? Obviously, the ships have to have some technological advances, right? I mean, we live in a technology age, right? So what is radar and all these internet? Everybody wants to have internet so they can stay connected, this, that, or whatever. But should these ships not operate independently? So if there's a failure from the mothership, as John Heald calls it, it doesn't affect the entire fleet. Maybe they
Redundancy.
transfer the data a couple of times a day instead of like real time.
Maybe. I mean, redundancy. When problems develop on cruises, like take for instance the poop cruise. With all of that, they started putting redundancy in the engines and the generators and things like that. So stuff like that didn't happen again. Maybe we need to have that with internet as well somehow, like you were talking about transmissions or backups, or I don't know.
Yeah, we think the internet's expensive now.
Good point.
Start installing redundant systems. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean,
Internet.
not necessarily for us.
$127 a day.
Not necessarily for the customers for Wi-Fi, but I mean, the everything runs off of it. Your computer systems when you're checking in and checking out, all the reservation systems, the restaurants, like you said, the casino. I mean, it all works off of the internet. So
It does, and there's the internet we get to use when we're on the
Yes.
ship. If you've paid for the internet,
Yes.
obviously the Wi-Fi is free Wi-Fi. But if you want to connect to the internet, that obviously costs money. But there's that side that is for the public, but the crew and the systems of the ship work on the crew side, if you will. But it's all pulling, obviously, from the same signal. And so that was a huge thing.
Well, yeah, of course. And nowadays with most ships, Carnival specifically, I mean, requiring you to have your app for your restaurant menus and your deck plans. And I mean, everything is all on the app that you have to use if you have no access to it. I mean, hopefully there were ship maps that were available. Years ago, you would get this little card and it had like the deck plans. They don't give those anymore because, well, who needs it if you're going to be using the app?
I can't tell you how many times I washed that because I left it in my pocket. Because I
love those
used to
little
keep that little
cards.
paper map in my pocket like the entire cruise.
I love those
It just
things.
stayed there, and I would transfer it from the different shores from different days. But at the end of the cruise, I would forget it would be in there, and well,
And I would wash it because grown men should be able to check their pockets. So why do I check his pockets?
you said the optimal word, grown man. I'm not a grown man. I'm a child.
Yes, I still do his laundry.
But they also they even had problems getting off the ship, like pulling into
Yikes.
port, because again the systems were all down.
Yes.
They had to I forget if they were collecting the cards, or I forget how they were doing it, but they had to resort to some sort of manual process to know who was getting off the ship to who was then getting back on the ship, because all the computer systems were gone, fried.
Oh my gosh. I mean, hopefully everybody brought their patients with them.
Did somebody let off an EMP and just...
I don't know. Maybe.
Anybody ever watch a movie where they let off one of those electrical, EMP, electrical magnetic pulse, I think it stands for? Anyway, it kills computers.
Yeah, it shorts out anything
Shorts out
electronic.
yeah, you're back in the,
Well, it couldn't have been
in the
because
Stone Age.
because the ships were still
Oh,
moving.
they still had
so
power.
it was just
Yeah.
internet.
Well, they did come to a stop. I don't know. Anyway, I know. So let's catch up to see what people are saying about these two subjects.
All
Because,
right. And say hello to everybody.
Yeah, right. We'll say hello to everybody here at the very end. But Bev made a comment about, I wouldn't want to be going to Puerto Vallarta right now. No.
I know,
No.
it's scary.
It's bedlam.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally fighting out in the streets. It's pretty bad.
You know it's bad when they're telling people to stay in your rooms. Don't even go to the
Yeah.
lobby. Stay in your rooms, for hotels.
That kind of a situation is excuse the French, but sometimes you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, right? You cut off the snake's head, does another one grow back in its place? And sometimes the thought process is for something like that is you cut the head of the snake off and, well, the snake dies, right? In this case, they're not laying down. So, I don't know how long it's going to take to get back full control where it's safe again as a tourist destination. Because let's be realistic. That's what Puerto Vallarta is. It's a tourist.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mark also made a comment and says, yeah, they could not go to any ports affected their card readers. That's what we were just talking about. I remember reading again in part of the article, they were, but it was some sort of, they had to come up with a system of how to know when you're getting on and off the ship. And I don't know what the end result was at, but other than it just being a massive problem.
Oh, big headaches.
Hickey Nuki World Tour says, we're going on a cruise next weekend where Cozumel is one of the ports. I hope they switch it to somewhere else. Well, I'm not sure. There hasn't been any news at this point in regards to this story of what's going on in Puerto Vallarta, if that is also happening in Cozumel. It has been a massive problem throughout Mexico for decades now that the gangs have gotten more powerful and more powerful. When I was in the military, I was stationed in El Paso, Texas. Juarez is right there. It's downtown El Paso, and it has gotten really bad there. In fact, it got to a point even before I left the military that we stopped going over. The military didn't forbid it, but they did highly suggest you don't go. And if you do go, you go over the bridge, you stay on that main street, just in whatever shops or clubs are right there, and that is it. You don't take a left and you don't take a right. You just stay within, that half a mile of the bridge. And, but yeah, I don't think as of this moment, at least at the time that the story was released, again, just a few hours ago, guys, breaking news, that anything in Cozumel has been affected. But let's also remember, Cozumel is an island.
Yeah.
But
and it's on the other coast, too.
It is. But the drug cartels they're everywhere. So who knows what is going on that island? I wouldn't have suspected it in Puerto Vallarta because it's just a tourist town. But it is what it is. Ashley made a comment that Cozumel will be fine. It's like 30 hours away. It is. It's pretty far away.
It is a good distance away, yes.
Yep. Mark says, I've seen somewhere Cozumel might be added to the don't go location. Yeah, this is a story to follow, guys. That's why I started the show
without
off
a
with
doubt.
it. It is breaking news, and who knows what will develop over the next 24, 48 hours. As I mentioned, the drug cartels in Mexico are very strong. They are very widespread. And if cutting the head of the snake off didn't kill the snake, this could be ongoing for a little bit of time.
Yeah, so definitely this is something we want to pay attention to, in the next handful of days, maybe even further.
Yeah, stay tuned here. If you're part of the show, we can update you guys weekly and stuff that we see or hear. Obviously, there's others, I'm sure, that will talk about it. As we said, this just came out a few hours ago, so I don't know if anybody else has started talking about it yet. But obviously, it will be a large topic of conversation in the days to come because this could potentially affect lots of the Mexican ports.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
So just stay tuned. And if you are going, mind your P's and Q's, keep your head on a swivel. If something doesn't feel right, get out.
Yes.
And we have always said, especially even these days in a lot of the Caribbean islands, that it's not as safe as it used to be just getting off the ship and wandering around, making your own excursion. We recommend in certain ports that if you're going to leave the ship, only do so and leave the port. only do so with a cruise line supported shore excursion, because you're sort of protected in that little bubble, at least to an extent, right? But just if you're on the cruise in the next couple weeks, just pay attention a little bit closer to the cruise news.
But, even more than that, I mean, we always tell everybody, anytime you're anywhere, don't leave your common sense at home. Pack it with you. Make sure you bring it.
Bring a separate suitcase for it.
Bring a separate suitcase
Make
for
it a
your, for
carry-on.
your common sense. Don't think that because you're in some exotic place that trouble isn't going to be around, because it could be anywhere.
Anywhere.
Just always stay
Could
safe.
be on the ship,
Could be.
right?
Could be.
So many people get on ships and feel they're in their safe little haven, and generally speaking,
it is.
But
Yeah. Don't leave
there
your
are
common
things
sense
that
at
happen on
home.
cruise ships. So yeah. Bev made an additional comment. Says most flights into Mexico have been canceled. Yeah, it's a big thing. It really is. So
It is, and until we have more information and know what's going on with it, it's probably going to be pretty much like that lockdown, because nobody wants to send anybody where it's not safe. And as things develop, we'll have more information, and things will come back to normal.
Absolutely. All right. So yeah, all the news is about Puerto Vallarta. So let's get back to the cruise news. We left off with Carnival's tech failures. I'd like to see what you think about that. Maybe dialing back the tech a little bit on the ships and going a little more old school.
I used to enjoy locking up our cell phones in the safe and just leaving them when we would get on a cruise ship. So
I know.
I
Of course,
wouldn't
now doing what we
necessarily-
do with the channel, it would be hard to do that.
It would be hard for us.
Since we
but
video with our
yeah,
phones.
It wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
Speaking of videoing, another great segue. Royal Caribbean has joined forces, if you will, with MSC in banning video glasses, I guess is the best way to call them. I'm going to come back to that in just a little bit. And so they are now restricting the use of video glasses. Video glasses have come out and really become popular in the last few years. I think Ray-Ban is one of the bigger makers of these, and they just look like regular sunglasses, but up in the two corners, it's hard to see, one here and one here, there's a camera, and it can record via Bluetooth or whatever onto your device or whatever. Excuse me, everyone. So a lot of mischievous people wear them in places they shouldn't be wearing them. And so I'm quite sure this will be an industry-wide thing within the next few months, that everyone is joining suit and putting those on their prohibited list of things that you are not allowed to bring on a ship. Excuse me, hang on, everyone. Sorry.
I don't know how. I don't think I would be able to look at a pair of those video glasses and be able to tell that they were video glasses.
Not from a distance. If you got up close, now that you're made aware of them, I guess you'd have to be looking at that corner to see if there's. I mean, the lens is small.
It
It's
is.
not like it's huge. It's tiny. It's like spy stuff. It's like CIA stuff.
Right?
Right? MI5 for the English out there. Right? But yeah, it's you can just buy them on the internet. They're not special things anymore, if you will. But a lot of videoing happens on ships. And that's one of the reasons why I'm talking about this, because there was a comment made that it bothered me just a little bit. And I'm going to read the comment. I truly hope they ban any streamers or anything like that. You want to record some part of your lunch or your kids jumping into the pool, no problem. But if you want to sit around and host a show, get off the ship. Well, that's what we do. When we're on ships, we go live every night. Now, mind you, a lot of times we do it in our cabin because we can't find a private place to do it where people aren't getting videoed. Like this, when we were on the Star of the Seas, we found the spot isolated. There was nobody there. And even with the camera on shooting down over the ship, do I have that balcony cam?
Oh, it's your favorite balcony
I
cam.
know
I'm
it
sure
is,
you've got
but,
it somewhere.
I don't know. I think you made me remove it.
just for the one time because we were talking about a different cruise
Yeah.
line.
Even this, you can't. I mean, there's obviously a couple of people walking around, but you can't see them. You can't zone in on their faces. You have no idea.
You can't make out any details.
Now, additionally, for the two of us, even the video that we take of ships when we're doing our videos, we do it in the middle of the night. All y'all that are part of the Tall Man Clan, you know that. We do all of our video literally at 3 o'clock in the morning when everyone is sleeping for that exact reason. So we're videoing the ship, not the people, because of privacy. We only video kids areas on day one when there's no children in there. We only video the spa on day one when they're doing their tours, when there's nobody in there. We never go into locker rooms, right? So I can't speak for other people on YouTube that creates videos. I can speak for the two of us. But banning people from making videos about cruise ships, I just found that a little bit harsh. Because honestly, there's a lot of people that make these comments. They're the ones watching the videos.
It's just a little ironic.
Right? We don't put cameras in people's face. We use our phones and stuff. So I just find that a little much. Now, the glasses, 100%. I agree with that. Without a doubt. Because there are some pretty crappy people out there. And they will put those things on and take their glasses into some of those places that I mentioned to video things that should not be videoed.
Yes. And not only that, but, you're talking about the kids and the families and sometimes there's, the creepy old guy that's just kind of, kicked back and you think he may be napping. Maybe he's not.
Well, I mean, the glasses are dark enough that, you can't see their eyeballs and
Right?
you probably, not napping.
If he's not moving, just maybe. I'm saying it could be a she too. Who knows?
Yeah. So, and I get that, right? And that's
I get that too. Yeah,
why
that's a bit much, I think.
these kind of rules are out there. But also, when you take a cruise, if you've ever read the fine print on the 27 pages, sorry, everybody, a little cramp in my toe. Why? Every time we do this, I get a cramp in my toe.
I think it's the chairs.
I think it is too.
Yeah. There's our chairs. There's a little bar that we put our feet on,
Yeah.
and it twists your feet not a normal way.
Yeah. Anyway, the fine print on your contract says you're going to be videoed, and you're signing off that you're going to be videoed, whether it's by their cameras or somebody else on vacation shooting their kids at the pool or shooting their lunch. You have the potential to end up on some footage, and you're essentially signing off on that. But I'd like to know your thoughts about the whole thing. Yes, the glasses, 100% behind that. Ban them, industry wide. If you're going to be shooting some video, people should see that.
I would agree. Yeah.
Right. So they, if they want to walk away or do whatever, or can be monitored. Right. So, and that's what, like I said, that's what we do. We make sure we're public and, anyway. But, we'd like to hear your thoughts on that. So what else do we have in the cruise news? So lawsuits. This has been a few weeks of lawsuits. Crazy. First of all, for the people who've been injured, we're going to talk about all the different lawsuits in just a minute. We do hope you get better. This isn't about your specific issue and or injury, and because injuries are traumatic and things, but it's the subject matter of the lawsuit. For instance, the first one we're going to talk about is there was someone on one of the Royal Caribbean ships who was on Flow Rider, which, mind you, if you're going to get on Flow Rider, you have to sign a waiver before you get on Flow Rider. And the waiver clearly lists out potential problems that could happen. Now, mind you, there's lots of padding in the water, this, that, whatever. Anyway.
And they've got the instructors there, and they're teaching you how to do things. So
Yes.
they're trying to keep you from injuring yourself,
However, if something happens, it's a split second.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, the instructors are off to the side if something happens, right? But it is sort of a rubberized surface you're on. Anyway, this particular person fell head first and hurt himself pretty bad. And of course, this particular lawsuit claims that the onboard medical staff, which showed up to treat him right away, they downplayed and or misdiagnosed his injury. The injury, I guess, is a fractured neck. I'm not
Yikes.
sure how you can misdiagnose that, or if do they have X-ray machines on a ship to be able to diagnose that? I don't know.
I've never been inside a medical center on a ship, so
No.
I would have no idea.
So again, it's not about the specific thing, but this is a high energy, very aggressive activity on a ship,
Yes.
right? Flow rider. I don't know. You signed a waiver to get on it. You should have known the potential risks that could have happened. Not that this is tied to it, but I was talking to Mama Tall Man recently. And we were talking about pools and getting in and out and stairs and different things. And Mama Tall Man won't go into a pool anymore unless it's zero entry and there's a railing for her to hold on to. Because she knows, Mama Tall Man, that woman will trip over thin air. Just walking, there's nothing.
Love you, Mama Tall Man.
Just thin air. But she knows,
Yes.
right? She knows.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, she can trip while sitting down, this woman. But she knows, right? And so, and she knows the activities and the things that she can and cannot do because of this. Well, all right. So Flow Rider is not, it's not an A-ticket ride. This is an E-ticket ride.
Oh, without a doubt. And
Showing
when
my
you
age.
go up there, generally there's, people on the flow rider, so you can see what's going on. And a lot of times they do fall off of that thing. And, you watch people as they're flipping and spin. I would never get on there.
Yeah.
I've got the osteoporosis, osteopenia thing going on, and there's no way I would do it. Maybe when I was younger, but now there's no way.
Yeah. Again, I don't know anything about the gentleman's age. He could be 20. I know
That's
nothing.
true. That's true.
It's not specifically about this particular person in
No,
general.
you're right. You're right.
More so the subject matter. Someone gets on an attraction where a waiver has to be signed because
there's a danger.
there's a danger.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, you then receive an injury because of the danger that was clearly stated in a waiver that you signed. Is their fault here? Because that's, of course, what a lawsuit is about, is blaming the cruise line for not claiming it was dangerous.
Yeah, and I think they're going to have a hard time with that one. I really do, because you signed a waiver.
Signed a waiver.
You signed a waiver. If there was a misdiagnosis in the medical staff, maybe you got something in that end, but, falling off of something that you're told is dangerous, I'm not an attorney, but
Yeah.
to me, you signed a waiver.
Yeah. The misdiagnosis, it's another thing.
Yeah, totally.
That's
But
sort of the
that's not
side note.
But
it's
that's not what the lawsuit is.
Well, it is part of
Oh,
the
it is
lawsuit.
part of it, okay.
There's several parts of it. A misdiagnosis is part of that.
Gotcha.
And because of that, there's been some additional health issues and things. And so, again, we hope this gentleman heals and as well.
Thoughts and prayers go to you without a doubt.
It's not about you specifically. sir,
Definitely
just
not.
The situation, right? And so there'll be more news follow up on that, I'm sure. So that was lawsuit 1. There's 3 of them this week. 2, Princess. Someone has filed a lawsuit against Princess because they tripped in the dining room. Tripping. Wasn't Mama Tall Man.
I was going to say Mama Tall Man. Come on
No,
now.
it wasn't Mama Tall Man. So the specifics are a little bit more detailed. Sometimes on Princess, the staff will use ribbons for things, whether it's a celebration or this, that, or whatever. And in this case, there were some ribbons that were on the ground. And allegedly, and then this person I guess, foot got tangled up maybe in one of the ribbons and caused the fall, claiming that the ribbons weren't adequately or this person wasn't adequately notified of a hazard on the ground. It wasn't labeled, marked. It's a ribbon. It could have been, I don't know, a party.
It could have been dropped by a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that's going to be another one that's going to be hard to prove.
Yeah. It's a ribbon.
It's a ribbon.
Yeah.
I mean, don't hate me for saying this.
We love you, Lisa.
You walk through Carnival's corridors. There's food trays, there's glasses, there's Coke cans and beer bottles, scooters, and French fries. I mean, there's stuff in the hallways.
Yeah, that's not put there by the crew.
And it's not put there by the crew. And Carnival tells you to leave your food trays out there, though.
Yeah, they do. They'll pick them up from there. Look, there are trip hazards everywhere. There really are.
And I think that in this case, I think they would have to prove negligence if something, was left there that was
hazardous.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that one's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think again on these two things here?
And again, we're so sorry for your injuries.
Yes.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
Speedy healing. All of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the third lawsuit. Carnival. You brought up Carnival.
I did, didn't I?
There's a person. By the way, these all stem from injuries about a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in early 2025.
Okay.
The 3 different accidents. This particular woman was on one of Carnival ships and sustained an injury while on one of the water slides.
Okay.
Again, there is signage everywhere that talks about the hazards of a water slide. In this particular case, it was at the very end of the slide. In fact, there was a great shot of the end of a slide in our video that we played at the beginning of the show. Our event cruise coming up shows the end. If anybody has been on the cruise, you know how the water slides end. It comes down, it flattens out, and then there's a long, flat
A really
surface
long, flat surface.
that will slow you down, and you stop. Well, in this case, the person didn't slow down and hit the end.
Yikes.
Did some damage to their knees.
Yikes.
And, of course, the lawsuit claims that there wasn't enough water at the end to aid the slowdown of the process, that the personnel on the ship were sending people too fast down the slide, and that area couldn't fill back up with water quick enough. Now, they'll bring in all kinds of experts, and I'm no expert in water slides. But, of course, when that person comes down, there's that big whoosh of water.
Yes, there is.
Okay? And then the person eventually stands up, gets out, all right? But
And then you walk the 25 feet to get to the end of the thing usually.
yeah. But the water is constantly flowing down the slide.
Every time I've been on the slide,
It
yes.
doesn't stop. And so how there could be lack of water down there, I don't know. This could have just been some I don't know. But again, I can't find the negligence in the common sense part of this thing. But we've all these days, I don't know if you agree or disagree, again, you can leave in the comments, that we live in an age where if something happens, you have to place blame somewhere. It's never your fault, whether it was or not. You're just going to find somebody else to put the blame on.
It was always my dad's fault. He's like, it's got to be somebody's fault. It's mine. I'll take it. It's mine.
It's mine.
Every time that I've been on one of those water slides, I literally stop almost immediately when I come out from the tunnels or at the slide, and then I have to literally stand up and climb over, and then it's like, the 25 feet or whatever it is. I have never come anywhere near being the end of the slide.
And
so to me, it's how is that even possible? I've never seen that happen. It's never happened to me.
And if it was a problem, a real problem, there would be more injuries instead of this one isolated incident. So I mean,
okay, I see where you're going.
The only issue for the lack of water would be lack of flow. Part one. Part two, they're sending people too fast. Now, many of you pay attention. There's some of the ships have lights, and you can't go. They won't let you go until the light goes green.
No, they won't send anybody down until the other person is literally out of the slide. And
some of them use radios.
Yes,
I mean there's many ways.
I've seen both the radios and the lights. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. This one boggles my mind because I mean, if for that to happen, I mean, it seems to me that there would have had to have been some kind of malfunction.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's see what everybody's saying.
All right.
Hikinuki says, I never have enough space in my luggage to bring my common sense.
Oh, come on. Carry an extra bag.
But they do agree. I think it's a good to ban them on the ships. People will forget to take them off when they go to the bathroom. I don't think it's a forget thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would be a forget thing either.
I don't think you need to wear sunglasses while you're in the bathroom.
Yeah, probably not.
It's not that bright. That's the tip off, right?
Yeah, there you go. If you see somebody wearing their sunglasses in the bathroom, call security.
Jan says, I have magnets on my glasses on each lens that hold my sunglasses. Could possibly look like cameras. This should be interesting. Yeah.
You might get stopped.
Yep.
Let me see those glasses.
Pink and running. Bev says, I heard that there is a visible red light on the glasses when they're recording, whereas the camera or a phone, you can tell if someone is recording. Yeah, I don't have a pair of them. I have no idea how they operate. I just know where the lens is. It's up in the upper corner. But if it is red, where there's some sort of light,
I would hope so.
You could black that out.
That's true. That's true. You can get a little sticker cover over it.
Whoa.
Hey, where'd we go?
Wow.
Are we still on?
Yeah, we're still on.
Yikes.
No.
Did we lose our camera?
Yeah, what the heck just happened?
I think our camera just died. Do we have to go with the side shots now?
No, everything just died.
Everything just died. Yikes.
Wow. That is strange.
I thought you turned the lights off.
No. Just keep on chatting with everybody because I got to turn a flashlight on because I can't see.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, guys. That is very, very strange. All of a sudden, like I said, I thought Robert turned the lights off in the studio, and he says he did not. And the camera shot was gone. And that was just very, very strange. Okay, so we've got the camera back at least. But we don't have our overhead lights on, our studio lights. Interesting. We've been having some strange things going on over here lately with the computers. Okay, here comes some lights. Okay.
There we go.
There. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome to the Tall Man Live Show. That's the first time that's ever happened.
That was interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
Good Lord. That's a new one. Woo. All right. Yeah, you can black the light out.
Yeah, you can get little stickers and cover them up. And yeah, I mean, if somebody's got some, bad intentions, I mean, that's totally doable, I would think.
Ashley
Yikes.
says, people are just sue happy nowadays. They just want someone to blame. Yeah, that's what I talk about.
We've been sue happy for a long time. This is nothing new. I mean, remember the hot coffee from
that's
McDonald's?
what she says. The coffee lady that sued McDonald's in 1992 started it all.
Yes.
It
Yes.
did. The coffee's too hot. It burned me.
Yeah.
It's hot.
And
coffee.
then everybody, and all of a sudden everybody's like, "Ooh, I can get millions for that." Hey, let's do it.
Bev says, I fell on Wednesday because there was no sign warning me that a steel grate was slippery in the freezing rain event. Yep, got to sue the county or your the
I'm
town.
so sorry, though.
There's no sign.
Yeah. Oh.
Tinny's like, ruh-roh. I know. Yep, we can hear you. We can hear you. Yeah, the audio
Yay.
never went out. That's the first thing I checked was, okay, do we have audio? We had audio, but yeah.
Just the lights and the
Jan,
cameras.
bite your tongue, woman. Technical difficulties.
That's what we get for talking about it earlier.
I know,
huh?
right? Bev's like, must be a TMZ Live. I know, right?
Gotta be.
Yep, the plot thickens. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Rojo, speaking about technology. I know, right?
That's what
crazy.
we get.
But we're here. We work through it. We didn't have to stop taking people's, couldn't because of our technical issues.
Right. We didn't have you handwrite your comments.
Yeah. And write and put them in the mail. We'll answer them in a week.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh. But anyway, everybody, that is the news for this week. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you on the next one. All right, so that ends the podcast. We want to thank you all for being here. We didn't get to say hello to everybody. Obviously, we've been talking about some comments, but Alex, welcome, and Bev, Ashley, Macrina, Jan, Danny, Hickey Nookie, Mark, Cruises Forever, good to see you as always. Everybody, we appreciate you being there. Valerie, good to see you as well. Yeah, we appreciate each and every one of you being here. Sorry we missed you guys last week. We talked about why, because of weather and stuff and technical issues, not wanting the stream to cut off mid because we were expecting to lose internet, which we indeed did.
Yes, we
and
did.
Cut off the show right in the middle of it. And then we were expecting to be able to come back and catch up Monday or Tuesday or something like that. But as we told you all, I don't know, a month or so ago in a previous stream, maybe a little bit longer.
A little while ago, yeah.
We had to go find some new careers. Our final, this is our, last career and job we'll ever have to do. It went bye-bye.
Very quickly.
The bills haven't.
Oh no, those kept coming.
Oh yeah, they're still coming. And so we started a new job, and we are still working together, which is fantastic. We've been working together, as many of you know, for many, many, many years. This is our 18th season together.
I think so, yeah.
Working side by side. And anyway, so the hours in which we work fluctuate greatly. And it just really prevented us from getting back. In fact, we thought we were going to miss tonight's stream.
We were this close.
This close. That's why I posted up in our Facebook group, which, by the way, if you haven't already done so and you're new to the channel, we do have a Facebook group. We put a lot of different things up there than we do on our YouTube channel. When we are on cruise ships, we put all the menus, all the activities, pictures of the food we eat. I mean, there's a lot of different things that go on there. You should consider becoming part of our group there on Facebook. Of course, just like YouTube, it's free. Though it is a private group, you do have to answer 2 questions to get in. If you don't answer the questions, it's just going to automatically decline you. So the first question is, what was your first cruise? If you haven't been on a cruise yet, if you're new to the cruising, just...
Today's word is technology.
Yeah, technology. And the second question is just agreeing to the group rules, which is essentially be nice and no spamming. That's it. Okay? But yeah, consider being part of that. But we put a message up in the group that we're going to do it, but it's going to be last minute of putting it all together. And which it was. I think I got the stream actually scheduled about 45 minutes before we went live. So, but yeah, so we do have some new jobs. Now, that being said, our live show may be a moving target from here on.
I think it might be, yeah. It's definitely going to be a moving target.
And now that we've got this nice, beautiful studio that we're in, I do believe we're having to go back on the road.
We're probably going to be back in Tall Man Mobile very quickly.
We may be back in Tall Man Mobile sooner than later. So, yeah.
Hey, you do what you got to do.
Yeah. Elaine says, we can call that a half a commercial break. Exactly. It's
like it.
It's like snack time without the snack.
Right? Ooh, snack time.
On the road type of new job. Yeah, potentially, Danny. Yeah, he needs the driving videos. We may be moved to an area for more of an extended period of time. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. And thank you, everybody that has been giving us the thumbs up. We appreciate that.
We certainly do. Thank you so much.
There's some applause for you guys. We appreciate everybody. We really do. Yeah, so it's not like we're going to make the 12-hour drive, be there, a couple weeks, and then another 8-hour drive. I think we're just going to be relocated to another area for more of a lengthy stay.
I think it's going to be more lengthy stays. We're not
Yeah.
entirely sure, which is okay. You know, we're mobile, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Elaine wants to know, is there a Facebook page for the event cruise in November? Did she say event cruise?
She said event cruise.
Event cruise? What's that? Here you go.
Here's what people have to say about the 2025 event cruise.
Over the top.
Fantastic.
Fun.
One of a kind.
Exciting.
A must try.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Breakthrough.
Don't miss out on all the fun on the 2026 event cruise. You're not going to want to miss it. Join us.
All right, there you go. So some future details real quick. I'll put the email up. One, Lisa and I, we're not travel agents, but we have an agent that put this together for us. Her name's Kathy. So if you want to go on the event cruise with us, you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that are watching right now, the live show with us right now that we're on the 2025 group cruise. You actually saw them in the video. They will tell you what a fantastic event that was. We don't call it a group cruise. We call it an event cruise because we do put on a lot of events for you guys when we're on the ship. You saw some of them in that video. But anyway, send me an email that you want to go on the group cruise. I will forward you Kathy's information. There's one rule and one rule only. You have to book into the group cruise to attend the events. That is the only rule. And the reason is this, because some people don't get it, okay? The cruise lines will only give us the space to host the events if we have a certain amount of cabins booked into the group. So if you're not booking into the group, it doesn't count. And it could actually prevent us from putting the event on. We're just going to have to go sit up at the pool and have a powwow and sing Kumbaya. But, yeah, let me put that back on there like that. So, so send us an email, okay? So there is that email. By the way, thank you to all of our Patreon members. I always forget to thank you guys.
Thank you.
We also have a Patreon site there for those who want to help support the channel a little bit more. Membership is as little as I think it's like $5 a month. It's like one coffee at Starbucks, for gosh sakes. But that helps us continue to do what we do, and we appreciate that. If you're considering doing that, great. For those who already are, God bless each and every one of you. We love all of you, truly. Okay, so there's that. That's all.
But to answer your question, no, we do not have a Facebook
Not yet.
page
we
set up
will set one.
yet.
We will set one up that'll be sort of linked through our current Facebook group. Again, if you're not already in the Facebook group, there it is. Just go to facebook.com/groups, search for Tall Man's Cruise Adventures. We will set up a separate page just for the attendees, if you will, and we'll communicate things. We eventually here, hopefully within the next couple of months, it'll take a little bit of time, but a couple of months, we'll figure out what excursion that we want to do together. Last time we went to Bonaire as a group. Anybody that wanted to go, it's obviously optional, but
So much fun.
It was a blast. Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah, we really did.
It wasn't private, but I think we were like 75% of the bus.
Maybe.
Maybe 60%. I don't know. But yeah, again, for those who on the event cruise last year, if you will, leave some comments and I don't know, wherever your chat is, leave some comments. And so for those who are considering it, maybe your comments will help them make the decision. Okay. All right. So let's get back. Bev's like, we'll take what we can get. She was talking about our broadcasting. Yep. Any plans to visit Ohio? Alex, actually, we're supposed to know in the next 10 days to 2 weeks. And Ohio is not out of the question, actually.
It's not.
We don't know yet.
No, we have no idea.
I think there's, 10 or 12 different states that they could send us to. And Ohio is one of them.
One of them.
But when they know, they'll call us and say, hey, we have here, here, and here. Where would you like to go? So they'll let us know. And then we'll let you guys know, obviously. It's what we do. What's up, Gina? How are you doing this evening? Good to see you. Danny says, can I get cut from the event video? My lawyer said, I don't have to be in it if I don't want to be. No. The fact that you won events, it's in the fine print. Didn't you read the fine print, Danny? So sorry. It's written really tiny.
He will be videoed.
Have you ever watched the Santa Claus movie? All the magnifying. You got to read the fine print on the card. The Santa Claus,
funny.
the
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
This is the Tall Man Claus.
I like it.
It's written on the bottom of the keychain that you got. Go really on the foot. Woot woot. Jen's like, it was a blast. I recommend the event cruise. Anyway, so there you go.
Thank you.
If you're coming up north, please bring the sun. Yeah. I read your comment earlier. I just didn't, read everybody's hello comments and stuff, but he's tired of the snow. Yeah, we're about to have another cold blast down here. We're going to have to disconnect the RV for the next couple days from the water.
I know,
and
it's crazy.
two more nights of freezing temperatures.
This is Florida. We're not used to this.
It was 89 degrees yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to be in the 30s again.
Yeah, for the next 2 nights.
Yeah.
Actually,
And then-
tonight I think it's 40.
and
then the
then
next 2
30,
nights it's 30
in
and
the
32 or
30s,
something like that.
And then right back up to 90.
Yeah, 80 something.
80
But
something.
Still
Yeah, it'll be 90.
crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
There are so many species of plants here in Florida that have died off because of the last cold spell we have. We just don't get that kind of cold weather down here. It may get into the 30s, like high 30s here in Central Florida
For an
twice
hour
a year.
or two.
But like you said, just briefly and that's it.
Briefly, and then it's gone.
Yeah,
we
were below freezing for hours and hours and hours.
It was like
for a
almost
week
12
straight.
hours. Yeah, it was
it's crazy.
crazy. And yeah, our plants are not used to this either. You drive by and just everything
Everything's
is just
brown.
brown.
And we have an avocado tree that's not doing well. It doesn't like cold weather.
It's not. And today was so windy, so it had been just brown leaves all over the place. And
Yeah.
today was windy, and I walked out, and it looks like just the
It's naked.
skeleton tree.
It's naked. It needs some clothes.
I know.
Someone said some clothes. Danny says, I don't remember signing a waiver or release. You did when you booked the cruise. It's just, it's there. I think it's snack time. Everybody, grab your snacks. If you're new around here, every time we do a live show, we take a little break. It's our commercial break. But it's snack time. So bring a snack with you and something to drink because we're going to play a little snack time music for you.
I got my snack.
And we're going to have some snacks.
So here we go again, it's no surprise. 'Cause we know better than to roll the dice. So take this love and try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, the morning light. Oh, I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me, just take my hand. And now that we are cruising in mid-flight, you better
All right, everybody, put down in the chat, what did you have for your snack time tonight? We, of course,
Had popcorn,
popcorn.
our favorite snack.
Yes. Send us popcorn.
Will work for popcorn.
We'll work for popcorn.
That's about
Ashley
right.
says about the event cruise, super fun, had the best time. I'm still a maybe for this one due to my new job and having to build up PTO. Come on, Ashley, work it out, girl. Work
And
that
thank
out.
you.
That had a dill pickle. Ooh. And popcorn. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Had a
Dill
dill
pickle popcorn.
dill pickle popcorn?
I think that's what it is. Dill pickle popcorn.
Or
you
dill
get,
pickle?
Can you get
and popcorn.
dill pickle seasoning for
Yeah,
it?
I think so.
Or maybe just pickle juice on it?
I mean, I love me some pickles and pickle juice, but again, I'm not sure I want them with popcorn.
We might have to try it one time.
Yeah, no. We're in pineapple on pizza territory.
Oh, come on. Bacon lemonade.
Danny says, in all honesty, he said, I had a great time on the event cruise. I enjoyed spending Robert Lisa's money. Yeah, he won one of the challenges. Cash and prizes and all kinds of, guys, again, you guys out there, tell them how much stuff you guys walked away with. Right? We had a fantastic time. But we, in the promo video, there was one section that said sucker darts. It was actually a game Lisa and I kind of created. And we had a tournament. And Danny ended up the ultimate winner. It came
Yep.
down to Danny and Tyler.
Tyler.
Tyler is our daughter's husband, so our son-in-law. And Danny won, kicked his
He
butt.
did. He edged
Yeah.
him out.
Yep. And so he won $50. Yeah. So that was a fun.
That was a lot
That
of
was
fun.
a fun day.
Yeah.
We may do that again. We'll see. But Danny says, I need a better ringer for sucker darts next time. Right?
Oh, you don't need help. You did good.
Jen says the cruise was amazing, but no license plates allowed. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
think Danny says he's had popcorn. Oh, Macrina, welcome back.
Hey,
Did you
there
wake up?
she is.
We were just saying that during snack time. I'm like, I think Macrina fell asleep again. She hasn't commented at all. Yes, you are definitely going to have an aerobic workout, without a doubt. Not an aerobics class, but we sent them out on a scavenger hunt, and yeah, that was fun.
We're never going to hear the end of it.
However, here's the problem. Honestly, we didn't, when we were on the seashore, of course, that was a long time ago, we didn't know we were going to pick that ship as a group cruise ship. Now, we already picked the Horizon, the Carnival Horizon for last year's event cruise, before we went on the Horizon for the first time. So we had picked the Horizon to do the event cruise for last year. Then we went on the Horizon to video it because we'd never been on it. So we could do all of our tours and things that we do and get that done because we did so much stuff with the event cruise, we wouldn't have had time to video. Anyway, when we were on the ship that time doing the video, that's when we walked around the ship to figure out where to send you guys on the scavenger hunt. We haven't done that on the seashore.
We didn't. So we might be in a world of hurt on this one.
Yeah, because I outside of the license plate, I think everybody enjoyed
I think so too. Yeah.
There was a license plate that was there when we were originally took the pictures and things, but by the time we got there for the event cruise, somebody had taken it off.
Yeah,
I think they
it
stole
disappeared.
Elaine had Malta-meal. Needed something to warm up. Okay, not a problem.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's cold. Ashley's like, okay, I'm trying. Oh, I'm trying. I want so bad. But have my May cruise on the Symphony. That's right, for your daughter's 21st birthday. Yeah, you got to do that, right? And that has been planned forever. Of course, it's 21st birthday.
Yeah,
So using most of my
that's a
crew
huge
PTO thus far.
milestone.
Well, the good news is this is just a 7-day cruise. And when the time leaves, you would have to have 5 days. So you can borrow my phone. You may have to call in sick one day. God, I'm just not feeling good. Then the captain comes over there. Hi, this is Robert, your cruise director. Today. Oh, shoot.
See, that would be my luck. If I tried something like that, that is exactly what would happen.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, my good Lord. All right. It's been a long day. We actually worked today. And so it has been a long day. And we appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sincerely.
Yes, we do.
We always thank you. For those who have met us, you know it does come from the heart. It's not just a line we say. We do truly love each and every one of you. And the family is growing, but we want it to grow some more. So do us a favor if you already haven't done so. Hit that thumbs up button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel. If you love all things cruising, come on by. Become part of the Tall Man Clan. We have a blast, and we're here to have a blast with you as well. We'd love to see you here with us, whether we're on a ship or we're right here. We do our best to have a good time, even when all the lights go out.
And the cameras go blank.
Even when the lights go out. At least the computer's still on there.
Yeah,
And the
there
camera.
you go.
So anyway. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. You know the drill, right? Everybody knows the drill. We don't have to go home, but we do have to get the... Oh, crap. Up out of here. Technology. Peace.